Hey, what is going on, guys? So first off, at the end of this video, I'll be telling you about a contest, how you can win some free stuff. Don't cheat by looking at the video description. So stay tuned to the end to make sure you see all about that. Now, I got a box here of some stuff. This was some stuff from Neokyo. Neokyo is another Japanese proxy site. Now, what makes them different from the other ones that are out there, of which some of which I've talked about before, but this one, I think it might be the best one, possibly. It's just in case any of you guys are unfamiliar with, basically Japanese proxy sites is if you want to buy stuff from Japan but it's hard to buy where you're at, or just anything that you want to buy that's on sale online in Japan, you can buy it through one of these proxy websites. Basically they'll buy it for you and then send it to you, so they just kind of are the middleman between you and the Japanese online sites. And so of course they charge fees for that, and different websites have different fees and different fees that they associate with different services and things that they do. But I'll let you know a little bit about just what Neokyo is like, and then my experience. I'll show you guys what I got from them. So they hooked me up and sent me some stuff to share with you guys, and that's some stuff that will be pretty cool, pretty useful for some projects coming up. So I'm looking forward to getting that cracked open and getting some of that stuff put to use. But and then at the end of the video, like I said, I'll let you guys know about a contest that they're putting on as part of this promotion as well. You guys will have the chance to win some free stuff, so stay tuned to the end of the video. Anyway, Neokyo, yeah. First thing I will say is that if you're a first-time user to one of these proxy sites, some of the different like the way of how you use the site and how different fees are applied and different things like that can be kind of confusing. So just make sure that they have a whole section on their site about how to buy stuff, and everything's pretty well explained there. It still might not be too clear, but as always, guys, and this is probably common sense, but just in case, if you ever have any questions about something, I would recommend just contacting them about it and just send a message that I don't quite understand this, say. And I feel like they're dealing with all sorts of items. It's not only Gundam related, so it's probably hard for them to generalize a lot of their kind of terms and conditions when it can be applied to so many different things that you could possibly buy online in Japan in all sorts of varying sizes and weights and everything like that. So it's kind of hard to make general rules for all that stuff, but it's pretty well explained there. Their website is pretty simple and it does seem to work pretty well. Now, one thing when you first visit the site, what you're going to look for is just you scroll down just a little bit there, and then there's the main search bar. That is what I would recommend using. You can choose there from Rakuten, Amazon Japan, Yahoo Shopping, and Surugaya. Those are actually probably the 4 best places to buy anything like Gunpla related probably in Japan. There'd be a few other different places that you can use, and they have a whole other list of different websites and things that you can go through directly on there. The hard part is, and I've noticed this with any other different Japanese proxy site that I've used before, is that it works a lot better if you can search for the items that you're looking for in Japanese. So if it'd be really, like if say for example you wanted to find a master grade Zaku or something, just search and get the katakana spelling for Zaku and just put like MG and then put the Japanese katakana for Zaku in there. That will give you a lot better search results. If you type, I found if you you just try searching in English like master grade Zaku, it will give you some results, but they'll be astoundingly overpriced. It'd be like $100, $200 for a master grade, something like that. That's crazy, and you think like, why would anyone use this? But then you search it in Japanese and it's like, oh, here's a master grade Zaku for 25 bucks. So it's a lot better to do that. So that does make it a little bit harder, especially if you don't know any Japanese at all, and it can just be a little bit frustrating. But I found that it's pretty much the same experience with all the Japanese proxy sites. It's just kind of the way it goes. They try to use like some like automated translating software. I don't know exactly how it works, but it'll be kind of automatically translated, but it just doesn't work as well if you just search in Japanese. So that'd be my first advice for you guys. And check the different websites between those 4 main ones that you can choose from the main search bar there in the center. Check all of them, because you'll find different things on different ones. And sometimes they have some stuff that's pre-owned as well. Again, the same thing like if you were actually shopping in Japan. Getting stuff that is pre-owned kits just means that someone owned it. It's not built already by anyone. It's not even opened. Usually the plastic bags inside are always just, it's like totally brand new. It was in someone's house for some time, and then it went back to a shop to be sold again. So look for pre-owned stuff. That'll be cheaper. That'll be the cheapest way. And that means it's also a good source to buy like different things like garage kit, resin kits, and things like that. If that's the kind of thing you're looking for, it's always a good option for a place to look for that kind of stuff, is through proxy sites directly in Japan. All right, so far you're thinking like, okay, well, what's different about this site? But the cool thing that I like about their system is that their service fee for whatever you buy is fixed at just 250 yen per item. So if you're gonna buy like a lot of little stuff, if you're like buying Converge figures for 500 yen each, that's adding 250 yen onto each one that you're buying. It might sound like a lot, which is true, but still 750 yen for a converged figure is not that crazy outside of Japan. But let's say you're buying like a few master grade kits or something like that. It's not really going to be all that much added onto there. It's like $2 something cents, so it's really not too bad. And then the other really great thing is that they have a free storage. So kind of like Hobby Link Japan's private warehouse storage system, their free storage there is up to 45 days, and you can actually store it longer, but then you have to pay if you want it for their more than 45 days. So that's pretty awesome. You can buy a few things and let that stuff kind of sit there in your free storage for a while, and then you can combine that into a single shipment. So that's pretty good. I think that's a really good point of this service as well. Now, their shipping fee though, like when you finally decide you want to have your items like sent to you, there's a shipping fee of 500 yen plus the cost of shipping. So 500 yen would just be for the cost of packaging it and whatever packing material, whatever the service of all that, which again is not too bad. All in all, in my experience with different proxy sites from Japan, I think it's a pretty good option for you. So if you guys are interested in looking for that kind of thing, like I said, especially if you're trying to find harder to find stuff, because if you're looking for like older P Bandai kits or like resin kits, or especially like character figures and things like that from Japan, that sometimes a little bit harder to find on some different sites. It's a lot easier to go just direct to the source, search some Japanese sites, and you can usually find what you're looking for and more. So the link is of course down there in the description below, but let's check out what I've got here in the box, shall we? Alright, so the first thing here, we've got the Octagon. This is a h-hangar Octagon set. So it's just like a hanger parts for your like Gunpla. You can make like a diorama or a Gunpla or frame arms or whatever kind of thing you want to use this for. You can use it for anything, of course. What I'm going to use this for is a particular build that I'm working on, the RE100 GP04. I needed some parts of this to build for the base for that, so glad I got that. Now I can finally finish up that build, just need to finish up the base. We got a Maschinen Krieger Prowler kit. I actually have one of these, but I want to get another one just because it's such a cool kit. And so you guys will actually probably see a video series on this guy actually in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Before we get to the last couple of kits that are actually Gundam related, there is something else ma.k here. We got a ma.k book, so I'll plan on doing a whole video on this book as well, just kind of going through it like I've done in the past, whenever I get some different kind of like moogs or like magazine books, mooks I should say. So this is the ma.k in SF3D Archive Volume 1. 2010 to 2011. So there's a few of these different ones. The one that I really want to get is the SAFS archive book that's done by Max Watanabe. It's like the Max Watanabe special book. I really want to get that book, but that one is still like pretty expensive. I wasn't able to find one for a very good price. But this book is really awesome. Lots of really great Maschinen Krieger sample builds in here, so I'll take a look at that in a separate video. I'll go through that with you guys. Alright, now the last three kits here are Gundam high grade kits. These are actually for a special project that I'm going to be doing with you guys as well. So the first one here, we got the HG Shazram DS, and you might already know where this is going if you are an avid MSV fan or something. And then we got the HG Gyaradoga Resin Snyder type and the HG Gyaradoga regular type, because I needed two shields. So I'll let you guys figure out what that's for. I'm sure some of you can already figure that out, what that is going to be for, but that is going to be for a future project. Now, let me explain to you guys what the contest is going to be about. This stuff is really cool. I'm really glad that this is all stuff that is like actually for projects and things to share like in videos and things with you guys. It's not just kits that just I particularly want, which they are, but it's all stuff that will be useful and relevant to content that I'm working on for you guys. So anyway, let's get into the contest. Basically, in the link below, you'll see that there's a link to a survey on their site where you can go there and choose one of the sample kits. I mean, you choose the kit that you want to win first, and then you go through the survey, and then you can be entered into a chance to win the kit. So I'll put the rest of the details for that as well in the video description down below. So check that out, guys. Go there and just good luck, and hope you guys can win something there. And that's it for this video, guys. Check out Neokyo if you're in the market for some cool and hard to find stuff from Japan. The book especially, I didn't mention that before when talking about things, but books, I was actually quite surprised. There's a lot of really great ma.k books there as well, and relatively good priced for those as well. So if you're looking for different books, so like Gundam archive books, things like that, it's a good source to get those, because some of those are like old, out of print, things like that, so they'll all be like secondhand on there. So check that out, guys. And of course, thank you to Neokyo for the opportunity. And that is it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.